Hey everyone, this is Victor from Cyborg for Life, and I want to welcome you to episode 123 of Limb Lengthening Live, where the patients interview the guests. And today we're doing another open mic roundtable. So if you guys want to join the stream to talk anything limb lengthening, feel free. I'll have the link in the description below the video. So let me go ahead and do that. So what is going on? We got Benjamin Mendoza. All righty, so let's just post this in here. All right, Ben, what's going on, man? We got Eric David Tippett in here as well. I think we're live, guys. I don't see. Hold on. Okay, there we go. I see the chat now. All right, cool. All right, so I'm gonna put the join link in the description of the video. So feel free to refresh the page, or you can check the join link. But feel free to come on. I think I have it also in the Discord, and I emailed you guys as well. So. All right, so we got a question here from Eric. Let me just put this in here. So if you guys want to join, feel free. Eric saying, hey, Victor, do you know why certain areas aren't given the precise max nail? I want to go with Burkholz, but he doesn't have the P max. Do you know when he is likely to get it? Yeah, I'm not sure. I think that the United States is going to be first to get it. And then the rest of the world, Europe, and then every other country thereafter. If I were to go by history, the stride nail came out, I think, in 2018, and then I think most clinics had it worldwide by 2020, 2019, some of them. So I'd say by 2025, 2026 at the latest, you could probably expect the rest of the world to have it. What's up, Vic? I graduated 2 days ago with both associate's degrees, and my certificate. Congratulations, man. That is huge. I want to give you a huge shout out. You've been here like every single week while you're in class, so that's big. All right. Yeah. So, guys, I actually reached out to the the biomechanics expert, Dr. Stu McErlane. He tried to politely decline my inquiry to ask to work on research for limb lengthening about biomechanics after the fact that you get your femurs lengthened, your tibias lengthened. But I gave him some more insight and some more information on it. He's considering it, but now we're looking into funding for that. So I'm gonna try to look into grants and stuff for that. So 6 viewers. I know. I see 12 now, but it's pretty low turnout today, isn't it? I really didn't put out the thing until late yesterday, and plus, I don't know. We've been doing these open mics. I think people are pretty burnt out. We've been going super long and stuff, but literally, we could do 10 minutes like this. I mean, we could turn it off. I'm good. I'm tired. Leg day was hard. I gotta start working on some new content for the channel, some talking head videos. What's up, Bruno? How are you? You got Mo in the house. What's going on? Let me see if I can answer some questions from my YouTube comments, because there are plenty of those. I try to set aside time each week to do that, and I haven't had a chance. I just got through my emails and then the Facebook group, and then I got through the Meta and the Instagram questions, and now I got to go through the YouTube comments. So I'm actually not looking at the screen here. All right, so this question: is there any similar surgery to lengthen my torso? I mean, they do have torso lengthening. Or spine lengthening, but it's not for what you're thinking, for cosmetic lengthening, for stature. Oh, somebody's saying, I can't find proper words to express how stupid it is to do surgery to become taller. As about me, my left leg is shorter than my right, and I have so basically you have a leg length discrepancy. I can't squat or run properly, but I doubt that I'll be fine after surgery. So you're just, yeah, well, it's not stupid. It's stupid if you get complications from unnecessary lengthening. There are a lot of crazy comments in here. GS, what's up? How are you? All right, so I might actually share my screen and we might answer some of these YouTube comments. So that actually might help us spend the time. You guys can help me kill two birds with one stone. So let me see how I can do that. Yeah, so you guys are gonna see the back end of YouTube. You ready for that? All right, let's see how we can do this. All right, hold on. Okay, share screen. Let me take off GS's comment real quick. Screen share. I understand. Here we go. All right, guys, this is completely live. So if you guys see this, all right. So can you see this? All right. So we're gonna go ahead and answer some questions back here, unless some guest comes on the show. But all right. So, bro, is there any surgery similar to surgery to lengthen my torso? Not for boosting your height. So you're seeing me work in real time. How about it? All right, femur for femur breaker means. I don't even know what that means, but okay. That's cool. All right, so you have a leg length discrepancy, but don't, uh, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm so tired. Uh, degrade the surgery for those looking to boost their stature. I'm stepping up for you guys. I am empathetic with your pain. Have you consulted with a surgeon yet? You know, guys, I actually talked to a hold on. Somebody's on the show? No, there we go. Okay, gotcha. All right, next question. Um, women's lives matters the money. Women's lives matter the money. Okay, cool. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know what I'm saying. I guess we'll just do this. We'll do this for 20 minutes and we'll call it a day. It'll help me out. Is it possible? What do you? Oh, the futuristic. I got to do a new video on this. The future leg lengthening alternatives. Possibly. Time will tell. I have to reconvene with my group. I do need to get back with those guys. All right. What do we got here? I'm a 5'5" MMA fighter. I'm not satisfied with my height, while other fighters, usually taller than me, but also more than a year not training, will waste mostly my workouts till now. Be honest and tell me if I have to do it in 1 or 2 years, where's the result? Okay, so basically you're saying you're a fighter and you don't. Yeah. So I would recommend waiting until you're done your fighting career. However, you will need to recover and rebuild what you have lost if you decide to go through with it. Okay. Alrighty, next one. Complications of the hottest hot cold war warmings for surgery. Okay, yeah, I don't even know what that means. Need that soundtrack, bro. Okay, from that video. Cool. I'll have to get it to you. All right, thanks, Kyle. Okay, he's talking to somebody else. I'm concerned with my hand. Okay, so hands don't really impact your proportions. I can't type proportions, so don't worry about that. Oh my God. All right, there we go. All right, after this, there will be only one bone that needs lengthening. All right, cool. Why would someone go to the surgery if they're 182.5 centimeters? Blows my mind. Way above the average to begin with. Some people should try therapy first, but okay. Yeah, that's quite a tall height. I mean, everybody's different depending on where they're coming from in the world, but hey. Oh, we got questions in here. All right, guys, I'm back here. All right, so let's zip back to the YouTube here, live stream. The bright the bright star. The bright star saying, okay, you're talking about growth plate injections and stuff. All right. So Machiavelli saying, how can I get an X-ray for less so that I can get measurements? I don't have insurance. I'm not sure. You're gonna have to probably get, a script, prescription for that. So ask your primary care, and you probably just gonna have to look around. Different imaging centers will have different prices and whatnot. So BoxFed, can you interview someone who got their arms lengthened? I would love to if I found someone, at least for, cosmetic reasons. I have found people who have gotten it done for discrepancy and deformity. All right, back to this. Okay, so we're gonna go through all these comments. There's literally like 2 weeks of comments, so let's keep going. After this, there will be only one. Okay, we already answered that, or we went past that one. Why would someone need to go to the surgery if they're? Yeah. Everyone has their own reasons. Who knows? Thanks for your input. Cool. Okay, let's see how fast I can get through these questions so I can go home. All right. Hey, coach. I'm your coach now, huh? I got a question about the post-surgery recovery. And yes, I watched your video about can you make a full recovery, but what I wanted to ask is, can an amateur pro MMA fighter do this surgery? I do MMA pretty regularly, and I'm not sure if I will do the surgery or not. But if I did, I'm going to plan to do it on the femur. If I did it, will I be able to fight again for a few MMA fights? Can I recover enough to take shots in the leg? Can I recover enough to at least kick as hard as I could on a punching bag? I hope you take 2 minutes of your day to give me advice. Well, I'm going to take some time to give you some advice. So, I suggest you wait until you are finished your fighting career or hobby, whatever hobby, sport, then think about the surgery. However, yes, once your bone heals, you will be able, it will heal. It will heal as good as before, provided you don't have a delayed union or non-union. But you will need to train harder, need to adapt to your new biomechanics and train harder to get back to where you are currently. But I suggest waiting. That's what I would do, and that's what I'm doing if I plan to do this. So, okay. Let's check the YouTube. We have anything new? Okay, we got something to pop it up here. Alrighty, here we go. A few questions have popped in here. Mo's saying, "Bro, can you like pursue sports like football after the surgery?" You possibly could. I would like again, if you're currently in your sports career, I would not do the surgery. I would wait until you're done. Okay, take me for example. If I decided to do this surgery, then I would definitely not do it before bodybuilding competition. So I would say wait until you're done. But once your bones heal and you relearn your new biomechanics, you can do a lot once you build enough muscle and get a lot of your proprioception back. So, but it depends on what level of football you're talking about. Like the NFL, probably not. Does Dr. Parihar have precise too? I've heard he only has fit bone. Yeah, I've heard some funny stories about what's going on over there. So I would probably inquire and just send him an email, find out from him or Dr. Divya what's going on. So can I honestly become 100% after hard work if I only do 5 centimeters and 4 centimeters tibia? I do believe that you could get very close. I do believe that if you have surgery of any kind, you're not going to be 100% of your peak performance potential. But I think that you can out train that. So I think you can be 100% of whatever you want to be. Yeah. But that's provided that there's no complications and you do everything you're supposed to do as a patient. Eric saying, Victor, can you have an episode where you interview patients that were 5'11" and over? That would be a really interesting point of view, and it'd be good to know if it was easier since they were already tall. That's a good question. I'd have to kind of put a call out because I mean, really, whoever comes on and we have them talk about their stuff and they tell me their height, but I can ask and see. I mean, there back in the day, there was Alfonso. He came on, then he got some flack and he didn't want to come on. There was Johannes. No, Johannes was shorter. And he started taller. Who else was it? I don't know, but yeah, we could definitely do that. That's a good one. And I do starting bone length does matter. So, all right, we got a person on here. Who we got? AP, what's up? Welcome to the show. You there? Go off and come back on if you're or try to fix your mic in the little toggle on the left hand of your address bar. Sometimes it messes up. All right. Jay News saying, "Hi Vic, I managed to catch the live question. Which surgeons are you aware? The live. Which surgeons are you aware that have consistently good outcomes with the tibias? Believe some surgeons to go through the patellar tendon where others don't. Yeah, no, I think that the amount of surgeons that can do the tibias perfectly are a smaller pool of surgeons than those who can do it for femurs. Personally, in my opinion, I won't say that right now. You can shoot me an email or we can have a consultation or you can shoot me a DM somewhere. But I do feel like because the tibia it's a finicky bone, right? Because you have the fibula there. Almost the muscle on the tibia on the lower leg. It's really kind of on the lateral portion, right? You have your and then the posterior and lateral. So it's kind of things can pull. You can get Aquinas contractures a lot easier. The axial deviation's a lot easier. So there's a lot of different, chances for complications. JGS is saying, have you ever seen anyone who has had CLL who has squatted 315 after leg lengthening apart from yourself? Yeah, I have actually. There was one guy from somewhere in Europe. He sent me something in my Meta or Instagram DMs. It was a video. He got it done with an LON actually on his tibias or femurs. I think it was femurs actually. About 2 years ago, and he was back to working out, deadlifting, squatting, doing things really, really well. He was adjusting to his biomechanics at the time, but he was piling on the weight pretty quickly. I was pretty shocked. So yes, he was doing that. He was a heavy squatter before that, so he wasn't even back to his full potential. But yep. So I've seen it. AP's back. Let's see. Hey AP, did you fix your privacy settings or your permission settings for your microphone and in the top portion of the Chrome? Because use Chrome, it's better for this software. All right, so let's get back to some of these questions in the live chat. I'm going to go back to the YouTube comments. I saw an Instagram post by Dr. D in Vegas. His patient went from 6 foot to 6'7". Are you serious? Did he really do that? That's crazy. It's like 7 inches. Send me that. Send me that in the Discord or somewhere. That's crazy. I got to check that out. GS, I'm 5'11" in the morning, looking to do it. Probably in 3 years though. I'll be 25. Wow, you are. Wow. Okay. Well, GS, we got to get you on as a prospective patient. You can join right now. We could talk about it. All right. Let's see. Let me get back to these YouTube comments. I think we caught up here. Oh, okay. Irfan saying, "Hey Vic, is there anything happening in the alternative limb lengthening sphere?" Um, no, I haven't really pursued anything in that arena for a while, but I could probably get back with my, you know, my group that I was working with for a while. So we'll see. We'll see what we can do. So, all right, let's get back to these YouTube comments. I want to get some more of these out of the way. If AP, I don't know what's going on with your settings, but sometimes you have to kind of either try that or try a different device. Sometimes that works. All right, so I'm a marathon runner currently. Would I be able to get back to it? Oh, you're just like Socrates. Well, yes, you would. Running is probably one of the easier things to get back that and lifting. Yes, you would be able to. So long as you had no complications that would your recovery and you did everything to rehab properly and give it time. Cool. What was his starting height? Talking about me or the guy? Oh, the guy in here. That was who was that? It was Julius. Yeah. He was 5 foot. Was he 5'7"? No, he went up to 5'9", so he's like 5'6". He's like 5'6" ish. Cyborg, how did you manage to get the money to do it? So I actually had it done for discrepancy. I was lucky enough that insurance covered a significant portion. So me personally, insurance helped. However, if you're considering it for cosmetic height gain, then it will be out of pocket, unfortunately. Alrighty, let's keep it moving. What if I smoke non-nicotine and non-tobacco cigarettes like herbal ones? Oh, I don't even know. Did they have those? That's crazy. Like, why would you do that? Is it just because it's a habit of like chewing gum just to chew something? I'm not sure. I would ask the surgeon. I'm not sure. I would ask your surgeon to be sure. Interesting. Okay. Victor, please update about reopening growth plates research. You guys love this video. Okay, I guess I gotta I gotta do that video. That's what you want. All right. Guess I gotta get a bet. All right. Okay, I'll look into it. Okay. When those miniaturization devices come, Cyborg and are you're talking about like the fingers and the forearm things that you've heard. Again, those are for probably for deformity and discrepancy. Um, oh, he sent me the link to the guy who went from 6 foot to 6'7". I'm gonna look into that. That's crazy. All right, let's get back to these. Let me do 2 more questions, then we'll go back to the live stream. We'll try to run this for another 20 minutes or so. I'm trying to crush it. Not sure, but they would have been for deformity and discrepancy corrections. I'll have to rename this show. It's not an open mic. It's a Victor Answers YouTube comments show. All right. Is there someone who can help me raise the $100,000 for this? Please teach me. Actually, there's a lot of financial guys in the Discord. Ask in the Discord. Some financial and finance guys in there who could probably help you, or Google on Google about how to augment your income. Okay. Is it true that femurs are sometimes limited to 2 inches only? The recommended is up to 8 centimeters, though. Someone said that it depends on if the muscles allow it. If it's 2, okay, somebody's just sensitive. If it's 2, then it's 2 inches. If it's 3, then it's 3 inches. I'm screwed if it's only 2 inches. No, I mean, it depends. It does depend on your body, on your specific muscles and nerves, etc. But let's say that I would say that you need to lengthen and observe and listen to your surgeon, to your experienced surgeon. Okay. That one's good. One more question, then we'll go back to live Q&A. Bro, why can't you talk about regenerative medicine or bone scaffolds? You guys love this. All right. I think actually Nailed Legs, me and him are going to do like a collab on alternative stuff. I think one of his next pieces of content is going to be on that. And I'm going to get back to drafting some content soon too. So, but I will probably start to go into looking into it. Thanks. All right, cool. Let's get back to live Q&A for a little bit. What's going on in here? Good luck and hope you recover, GS. GS, I'm going to check that out. It's good to hear about the squatting thing. Cool to see people squat great weight after cosmetic limb lengthening. And yes, I will think about joining live sometime in the talk. Vic. Awesome. Good. Would love to have you on. Yeah, people can squat. I'm telling you, what is it really? It's, and like I talked to Stu the other day, we got to find funding for the research, but if we can get research, he's going to be able to tell you, this guy is a beast. He'll be able to tell you how far you have to spread your feet, what you got to do with your torso lean. If you get this amount of length for your femurs, it's going to be pretty incredible. But that's research. It could take years. So, all right, let's see what else we got in here. Johnny Wen. Oh, Johnny. Hey, Vic. Leg length discrepancy patients may have a smaller muscle size, strength on their shorter leg. Will it grow back to normal after lengthening surgery, and how long may it take? Yeah, so it just takes as long as it takes for the lengthening. So it's very similar to cosmetic lengthening. Very, very similar. It's just one leg versus two, really. So it would probably take. It depends on how much you lengthen, what limb you're lengthening, and all that different stuff. So for me, did about 4 on the tibia. So what did it take to walk? About 4 months. Walk normally about 5. To get back to squatting in the gym and working out with my closed chain movements. 8 to run. 10 to sprint with some bone pain. 11 to get the nail removed. About 13 months, and then to get back to, I'd say 95%, 18 months to 100%, or to the point where I feel like I've outtrained my decrease in performance. I would say 2 years. So I would think that's kind of like the timeline you're looking at. All right. Hello from Russia, Victor. I plan on having surgery in the future. Now my height is 176 centimeters. I would like to get to 185. My arm span is 180. How much can such an operation cost? Have a nice day. Yeah, so it depends on where you want to go. You're looking like you want to do about, what's that, 9 centimeters. So you want to break that up between your femurs and your tibias. The best way to go about that is to kind of actually do one limb segment, see how you heal up, and then go for the next. But if you do them together, which you could technically do with that amount of length with a good surgeon, then it can cost anywhere from, I'd say, 65,000 to 120,000, depending on where you go. So if you're in Russia, are you able to come to the U.S.? Or you want to stay in Europe? So it really does depend on your personal circumstance. Millimet is saying, did your leg become more sensitive to changes in weather and outside temperature after limb lengthening? It's a weird question, I know, but I've read this so often. Yeah, actually it did. When I had that nail in, I would feel, I don't know, I couldn't explain it, but there was a different sensation when the rod was in. I don't know if it was the magnetism of the earth messing with the magnet inside the precise nail or whatever, but I definitely felt something. And then when I had it removed, it was like my organic leg was back, with the added muscle and leg length. So for when will it be available for the forearm, feet, hands lengthening for cosmetic purposes? Never, never. I'm just kidding. I don't know. We'll have to talk to my new cyborg friends and see what they're going to be able to do. All right, cool. And I see your question, Constantine, but I'm not going to answer that live. We're going to get to that eventually. All right, so let's get back to some of these and see if we can finish it up in about 15 minutes. Okay, so this is a Russia question as well. In Russia, is it possible to lengthen the legs? In fact, I know you guys probably can't see this, so maybe you can. All right, is it possible to lengthen the legs very cheaply for $8,000 or $10,000 with the help of the Ilizarov apparatus? But I'm afraid of whether everything will go well. Yeah, that's a question. It's more about the surgeon, right? Like, it's not so much the device, because you put that device in the hands of Dr. Paley or one of the best surgeons in the world, any of them, and you're going to have a really good turnout. But you put it in the hands of somebody who's inexperienced, well, say goodbye to your legs. All right, AP, you're back on. Let's see if we can get it this time. What's going on? No? Darn it. I want to see what's up. Anyway, well, see if you join from a different device, or chat to me in the private chat. There's a private chat button over here. Just tell me what's going on and see if I can help you out. I would be wary of getting leg lengthening done for that cheap anywhere in the world, because it is likely to be sketchy. I don't know. Just be careful.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Oh, somebody's there. Hold on. Is that you, AP?
Hello?
Hello? What's
Hello?
up?
Hi.
I can hear you.
Okay.
How's it going, man?
For like 30 minutes now, yeah.
It's working now. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, we got somebody else on here too. Ryan.
Hey, good evening. How you guys
Good
doing?
evening. How are you?
I'm great. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. And we're just kind of killing time here. I'm answering my YouTube comments, so you guys are joining the show here. So we got AP and Ryan. So let's start with AP. AP, are you a prospective patient? Or are you a current patient?
I'm a current patient now.
Oh,
Yeah,
you are.
I had my surgery on May 1st with
Okay.
Dr. A in Baltimore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Nice. What'd you get done? The femurs or the tibias?
femurs.
Femurs. Okay. What was your starting height?
168.5.
168.5. Okay. Awesome. And you're doing the femurs. And what are you shooting for? Do you have a specific goal in mind?
Honestly, I just want to go for the full 8. If I'm doing this, that's like so hard. I just want to like get the max out of the nail, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you're gonna go for that. Are you so May 1st, so you've started physical therapy, you started lengthening. How far are you in? Just about like a little over a centimeter?
I'm actually at 7 millimeters because it's like 0.75.
Oh, you're doing 0.75. Yeah, you're slow, you're
Yeah.
going slower. Okay, gotcha. Very cool, man. And you started physical therapy as well, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome, man. That's so cool. So you're familiar with the channel and the platform here and all the other patients and stuff. I'm sure you've probably seen some of the Baltimore crew on here before.
Yeah, I've been following your channel for like 2.5 years. I
Really?
watched like all the lives. Yeah. So I've been planning to do it for a long time, and I actually did it like 2 weeks ago, finally. Yeah.
Man, that's a big decision to make to electively break your legs. What what was that like?
Yeah.
Oh
But
man,
honestly, like I expected it to be more painful. I don't know. I guess for me, it was like I got lucky in the pain department because I didn't really take the oxy after like the second day. I've been just taking the Tylenol here and there.
hmm
Yeah. So
I
I
think,
thought, yeah.
but now let me ask you about that. Where are you an athlete of any sort, or did you like work out or anything like that? Do you have a lot of muscle in your legs?
Mm, not a lot, no.
Okay, yeah. See, I've been really trying to pin down what is it that patients who exhibit painful symptoms after limb lengthening versus those who don't. And I found that people who have more muscle, there's more contusion or swelling of the muscle, more fluid and inflammation. And those guys are typically more pain than the ones who don't have as much muscle mass on the legs. So that's kind of what I'm finding, but I got to do a little bit more research. Like I'd like to do real research, but I don't know. Maybe that's it. But if not, you're one of the lucky ones. What can I say? So good for you. That's awesome, man. Awesome, awesome. All right, so we got Ryan here. Ryan, what's up?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Doing
I think it
good.
was like a couple months since I was last on. I can't remember exactly. Um,
Okay, so you were on before.
yeah, I think I was on 8 hours post-op last time.
What
But
what was your what was your lengthening process like? Give me a summary.
so I'm still lengthening. I'm like 3 months in.
Okay,
Um, I had a little bit of trouble in the beginning. I had some nerve issues, uh, but that resolved with a slower rate of distraction. Uh,
hmm.
So I'm just cruising right now, and just
You're
hoping to
cruising,
get to
man.
the finish line. Yeah,
Are you doing
but
the precise now?
yeah, I'm using the Precise 2.2.
Okay, 2.2. Very cool. And you're going for the full 8, right? That's what you told us, I think.
Um, I don't think I even mentioned what my goal was, but I think I'm gonna go for 6.5 and then maybe see how I feel.
Okay.
If 8 is right, then I'll try my best. But let's see.
Yeah, no, play it by ear. What is your lengthening rate right now? Is it at the 1 millimeter per day or like 0.75?
Initially, it was at 1 millimeters, but now it's at 0.75.
Okay, so you're slowing down a
And
little bit.
I've Yeah, I've had there have been some days where I've been alternating to zero point 0.5, but I think I could have been at risk of consolidation, so
hmm
we just decided to stay at 0.75.
That's good. Yeah, I was just talking to a patient today, and he came up with this technique that I'm gonna make a video on probably this either tomorrow or early next week, and it's on I'm gonna call it dynamic lengthening, right? Like basically a lengthening rate is dynamic lengthening rate or staggered lengthening, where you lengthen some days, so you can go 3 turns, which is like 0.75, some days 0.5, some days feel really good for a few days, you can go 1. It really depends, but you kind of are really like coaxing the muscles and the soft tissue and the nerves to kind of nurture them along the process so they don't get so irritated, right? So, I mean, that's kind of what you're doing yourself, because you started at 1 and you're slowing down to 0.75.
Yeah, absolutely. It's
Yeah.
I think everyone starts off at 1, and if you're not having much success, then and if your bone growth allows, then why not reduce? I don't think this is a procedure that you probably should be rushing. I understand some people have time constraints. Maybe they need to get stuff done within the 90-day period, and they need to move on with their lives. I mean, fair enough. But if you have the team, this is probably one of those surgeries you probably want to take nice and slow, man, if you can.
Yeah, absolutely. A lengthening process is, lengthen and observe. That I cannot preach that enough. It works really, really well, but observe means a lot of different things. So, lengthening rate, it falls underneath that. But that's incredible, man. I'm very happy for you. It's so crazy because I've talked to a lot of lengthening patients, and I think that when did you start again? When did you start your lengthening?
So I start. That's a good question, actually. I think I started on the 10th or maybe the 12th day post-op,
Mm.
because I had quite a bit of irritation in surgery after surgery. I don't think I was one of the lucky ones who just didn't have any pain. I had some pain, some irritation, uh, some nerve issues, that being, and yeah. So my doctor decided to leave lengthening until maybe as latest as we can. So I think it's either the 10th day or the 12th day.
Mhm. Gotcha. Okay. So you're just kind of playing by ear. Well, man, I wish the best for you. Keep lengthening, both you and AP here. And then you guys got to keep checking in and let us know, because, some people follow these weekly live streams and they'll probably remember the exact episode you were on last. They're like, oh, Ryan's back. And then it's like, you guys are like, everybody has a very unique case, and it would be good to follow you up. So, definitely keep on. But I'm going to go in here and answer some of these questions in the chat. So, let's see here. And if any of these questions pertain to you both who are lengthening, feel free to answer them. But finding motivation, saying, I have 3 screws in my leg from a surgery I did as a kid from an accident. Can I still lengthen tibias? So that's a good question for a surgeon. Like I said, we're bringing back the guy who started the leg lengthening live streams, Dr. Robbins, probably next month or later this in 2 weeks or so. So save it for him. He'll probably be back. Screws in the knee, 19 years old, 5'10". Yeah, either that or post it in the Facebook group, and I'll archive it for him. Tizu said, because I heard Paley say that in 2024, 2025, it will be available. He said in a live on 2020 and also in your Facebook. Yeah, but I don't think it was for cosmetic purposes. I think he was talking about for discrepancy and deformity. So you got to understand that Dr. Pilley is like, he does a lot of stature cases, but he does a lot of other stuff. In fact, the majority of what he does is the other stuff. So I think it's for that stuff. Unless he said it was for cosmetic reasons. I can't remember. Was it for cosmetic reasons? I can't remember the interview that I did. All right, we got Constantine here. I'm quite concerned about osteomyelitis after limb lengthening operations. Is it still possible to handle this issue? Yeah, first of all, prevention, right? Don't get it in the first place. 2, the device you select for your lengthening process can make all the difference. If you get an internal device, your skin suit incisions heal up. The chance of you getting an infection is very, very low. You get like an external fixator where the pin sites keep your skin open. You're going to have to keep those wound sites clean all the time, or else infection can slip in there. So you can prevent it, but if you get it, usually it's going to be skin site first, and then it'll go deeper if you don't keep them clean. So courses of antibiotics are almost guaranteed for anybody who uses an external device. DZ saying, are there advancements in limb lengthening that you're aware of coming up in the near future? I see this as the common theme of today, the alternative futuristic limb lengthening devices and techniques. So we're going to have to do something on that, but nothing that I know of besides lengthening devices. Why would you lengthen your forearms and fingers? Yeah. Okay, let's see. Any questions in here? And if you guys see any, feel free, AP or Ryan. Nothing. There's a lot of just chatter amongst themselves. What's your reach? Okay, cool. So yeah, you guys are both lengthening. That's incredible. Trying to think if I have anything. Is it? Yeah, let's ask you that. Let's ask you the boring question. Is like, has it become very monotonous at this point, AP? I know you're only 2 weeks in, or is there still pain there? Because usually the pain drops off after about 2.5, 3 weeks. Have you gotten off of the pain pills yet?
Well, I still take them before going to sleep, so I don't like wake up 5 times.
Yeah.
But the pain is like always a 2 out of 10 since like day 5 for me. It has gone down, especially in the where the incision is for the nail insertion. I couldn't literally sit for like the first week. That was all the pain was from the nail insertion point. But now that's gone. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go off the pain meds in 7, like maybe 6 days, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. 2 to 3 weeks. So give it another, week and see what happens. But it sounds like you were one of the lucky ones without too much pain in the first place. But it sounds like, you're doing really, really well. So I'm so happy to hear that. It's
Yeah,
incredible.
I couldn't take the oxy because it made me so nauseous and dizzy. Like,
It makes you nauseous, the oxy does?
yeah,
Yeah, no, it made me nauseous too. I remember that. It's crazy. It's just horrible. But the Tylenol or I think codeine I had or Percocet, I can't remember exactly what other mediocre thing I had in there, and I just took that sometimes within the first few weeks. But that's awesome. What's up, Socrates? How are you?
I'm doing great. How's everybody
Awesome.
else?
Just
How you
chilling.
doing?
What do we have here?
We got AP and Ryan on here.
Pleasure to meet you guys.
Nice
Well,
to
actually,
meet you.
AP is actually lengthening at Baltimore. I don't know if you've seen him.
I'm here at HP House. Come hang out after the stream.
Oh, you're there right now?
I'm here for the next couple weeks.
Oh, okay. Very cool, man. That's awesome. All right, so AP, why don't you go wherever Socrates is?
well, I'm not staying there. I actually went back to Philly where I live, like right after surgery. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, so you got it done in Baltimore.
Okay.
Then you,
Oh,
okay.
Philly. Okay, I know who you are.
Yeah.
How has it been so far?
Good. Yeah, I was just talking about
How's
it.
lengthening going so far? Do you have a centimeter or two yet?
I have like 7 millimeters because I'm at 0.75.
Okay.
Yeah. But
Okay.
I was just talking about it. It has been like pain wise, it has been chill for the first 2 weeks, I guess, compared to other patients. And yeah, everything is good. I'm doing PT and just stretching most of the time.
Oh, sorry guys, I'm just answering some things. I see that he's
That's
talking
what it's
about
all
last
about.
week.
Congrats.
Oh, you're referring. All right, so let's see if we got some more questions in here that you guys can answer while I'm answering some YouTube comments. We're gonna tag team this stuff. So I don't think I see anything. What's the Pmax? What's the max Pmax length it is? I don't even know what the specification. I think it's 8 centimeters still, and I think the capacities are for different. I think it was on that stream that I did with Dr. Pilly last year in December. So, Hunter, any update on Brett? Is he still planning on doing the sleeper nail method? That's actually a good question. He actually just texted me an update, like a text saying that he's going to get his X-rays sometime in the next month or two, and he's going for it late summer or early fall. So he's going to do that. So, all right. Hey, what's up, Aiden? How are you? You guys? So yeah, what I'm doing here, Socrates, I'm just kind of answering some comments in my YouTube. They kind of, I was doing that for content until these guys came on. So this is the one you were talking about. Somebody passed away. I didn't realize.
Okay.
Yeah, it's crazy. So sad and crazy. All right, so yeah, I can do this later. I have guests here, so I need to be polite. So let's see. Anybody in the chat have any other questions for AP, Ryan, or Socrates while we are on stream? Because otherwise, we might call it off early, unless there's anything else that you guys want to share. So I don't want to, unless you guys want me to go through some more of these comments, see what's happening in the back in YouTube. What do you think? Nonsense.
I can
No,
ask.
I can do that later. That's my homework. All right, let's see. Is any other questions in the chat? Oh, I sent another question.
I know you want content, and I have 2 less than 1 minute videos of me walking. One is 4 days after lengthening. One is 4 days after becoming full weight bearing, and one is a week after. Today is 10 days. I haven't recorded myself walking today, so I can share that if you want.
Okay, that'd be great. Yeah, send it to me.
I don't know how to. Maybe I don't know. Do I need to?
You could send it to, if you want me to put it.
What I'll do is I'll download it. Yeah, I can. I tried to email them to you, but they're too big.
Oh, gotcha.
To email.
What I'll do,
I can send them to you on Discord though.
Yeah, send it to me on Discord, and then I can get it from there. Or I can send you a OneDrive link, and you just upload it there. But either or, Discord works.
Okay, I'll message you on Discord, and if you also want to send the OneDrive link, that works.
Yeah, I'll do that. Because that way I can just make you a folder. So any updates, we can just keep it in there for you. That'll be good. Johan saying, "Hello all. Is it possible to get a consultation with you, Cyborg? And how long does it take to get a consultation?" Oh, a consultation. Yeah. Okay. If you want to chat with me, so I have it on my website. If you go to cyborgforlife.com/consult, you can book something on my schedule, or just send me an email and I can schedule you in. So let's see if there's a few more questions, and we're going to call it, because we've made it to 45 minutes. That's awesome. Have any of you guys seen the difference in well-being of people before and after lengthening? Is it significant? Well, Socrates will know, because he's starting to walk now at 8 centimeters taller.
Like my health is just fine. My psyche is just, there's no more height neurosis. So like the mission accomplished, right? So
okay,
but you know, I'm not a supermodel, and I'm not suddenly, you know, Jeffrey Bezos in terms of wealth, but I'm better off than I was.
Yeah. Do you feel better now that you're taller?
Yes, I would do it over. The only regret is I didn't do it sooner.
I love it. And that's what I hear so much. I did a consultation last week. Somebody said that same thing. So that's so cool. All right. Let's just see here. Yeah, I think they're just asking. They're asking questions to ask questions. I love it. What's everyone's current height? Okay, we can do that. Ryan, what's your current height? Or what was your? Yeah, go ahead.
Currently, I think it's around 175. So okay. I think that's the average height, right, for males globally. So at this point, for me, it's like no more excuses. Yeah. So yeah, that's how it is for me.
Very cool. AP.
So my height pre-surgery was 168.5, and I just started, so I'm like, I think 169 now. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Awesome. He's just started 2 weeks ago, so okay. But he started lengthening last week. So, and Socrates.
I started around 167, and I'm at 175 now.
That's awesome. So you guys are, two of you guys are taller than me. I'm 174.5 myself.
And I am a big boy.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I'm approaching 200 pounds. So I did get the full, the larger precise 2.2 nails that can bear 75 pounds per leg. But I'm 35, right? So like if I can do this, anybody can do it. It's not that hard. It's straightforward. It's not easy by any stretch of the imagination, but it's simple. It's a process. You follow it. You get as much out of it as you put into it.
Absolutely. Very well. Alrighty, let's see if there's any other questions in here. This one's an interesting question. I mean, I see some other questions in here, but I don't want to divert into devices. So, do you think genetics are the only role in height? I don't think so. There's a lot of, in fact, if you go back to an interview that I did years ago in 2021, I think it was. It was in 2021 Dr. Barry Bogan. He was a PhD guy from, I think, was it Loughborough? I think he was there. And he talks about, he's a human growth expert. Okay. You need to go back. It's on my channel. Watch that interview. It was a relatively short interview. I don't think it was very long. And he explains all the factors that affect growth, human growth. So he talks about environment, nutrition is huge, sleep. He has studies upon studies about human growth. So I think that's the guy to look into. But genetics matter. But his books are incredible. And I didn't read them all, but I looked through his research. It's some good stuff. All right. Let me get Socrates back on here. Guess we'll find out when I feed my kids. That's funny. Okay. All right, guys. Yeah, so I will do my homework of answering my comments. I guess I got to do that for tonight. I want to hold everybody up. I want to thank AP and Ryan for coming on and sharing their experience. Socrates for always being here and helping out. And all you guys in the chat who had all these good questions. And yeah, next week I will see about trying to reach out to the guys for the alternative limb lengthening techniques. But what I'm trying to do is start to get real information on, like, is there ways that we can kind of actually, do alternative limb lengthening that might actually work? Like, I know you guys are talking about reopening growth plates and stuff. I don't know if that's going to work, but we'll see. But yeah, so that's pretty much all I got for today. Let's see if there's any last questions. Yeah, watch that video on human growth. Okay, and yeah, just post some of these other questions in the YouTube comments. I will answer them later. So I want to thank everybody watching for episode 123 of Limb Lengthening Live. And until next time, this is Victor from Cyborg for Life, signing out. See you guys next time. Peace.